everyone. I'm Sambuddha Basu. First of all, thanks Leo for organizing this, giving us this space to talk. Yes. I'm part of Startup School. I am building this platform for couples to find their community. Essentially, it's like Bumble BFF but for couples. So, if you think about it, how easy it was making friends or meeting people when you were in high school or in college, and then as you grow up, it becomes more and more difficult, especially with COVID and people working from home. We all know like our social life took a big hit. So we launched in the Bay Area around 3 months back. We have little over 100 users on the platform right now. I can quickly go over how Duo works. So you meet a bunch of other couples on the platform, and if you think you really like them as friends, if you think you like them as friends, you can wave at them, and if they wave back, you both can chat and then meet in person. So I can quickly log in and show you how it looks like. Hopefully nothing goes wrong during the demo. So this is Ming and Alex. They're a couple in the Bay Area. You can see their age, their profession, where they live. I think big things to focus on is lifestyle and hobbies, because we think this is how couples connect with each other. So we are focusing on couples who had big lifestyle changes, like if you're new to a city or you recently had a baby, you want to meet other parents. So if you see them, they're married, new to the city. And other part of making friends as grown-up adults is hobbies. So we'll show you other couples who are interested in the same things. Now let's say Ming and Alex look good, but then I don't really want to be friends with them, so I'll say no. And then Cody and Chris are similar to my lifestyle, so I'll say I'll wave at them. So pretty self-explanatory here. This is the messages or the chat page. These are all the matches that I have right now, and then messages with them. That's pretty much it. For now, we are building and when I say we, it's just me. I'm building the iOS and Android app. Should be launched this weekend. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Yep.
What are you using to build the apps?
What is that?
Are you using like native or?
No, I'm using Cordova, Apache Cordova. It just takes HTML, CSS, and builds the app. Yeah, I just wanted something super fast. I didn't want to spend a lot of time building native app. Yep.
How many couples have you actually talked to about this?
What do you mean?
Like you would have
like research?
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I don't have an exact number, but I think it's over 20 or 25.
And on what basis do they say they want to meet people? Because I'm assuming a lot of their life is occupied with their job and their kids.
Yeah.
They will generally be meeting people around their kids' activities.
Yeah, that's a good point. So if you take two buckets, people who are new to the city, they literally don't know anyone. So how would you meet people? One is you meet your co-workers, and second is you meet your neighbors. But with remote job and more people doing either hybrid or just work from home, you're not meeting your co-workers. The other thing is your neighbors. So when I moved to San Jose, I also tried ringing their doorbells. But what happens is my girlfriend and I are like early 20s, and most of our neighbors already had kids. So it was very difficult for us to like connect with them, and they also thought like relatively they're super young, we can't connect because their life revolves around kids. So this is giving you a platform where you can connect with people who are very similar to you.
Have you found new friends? Have you found like new friends through your own?
Yes, two couples. We actually met two couples through this.
Can we add like customized the tags that you had?
So we are working on that. Right now I just picked the most favorite hobbies in the Bay Area, and actually that's a good question. Let me go through this. So this is how you create your profile, your email, password. This is the part about you and your partner: name, age, profession, zip code. These are the lifestyle and the hobbies. So right now it's a static list, but eventually we'll have a text box where you can just put stuff you're interested in, and finally a profile picture.
How do you get enough couples onto the platform? Because I'm guessing these apps work on network effects, right? So
Yeah, so initially I just went to a lot of other platforms like Reddit, Meetup.com, Nextdoor, and all the people that I talked to initially, those were most of our initial customers. And then over time, I just started posting a bunch on a different places, like different forums. We still are working on word of mouth. It's very difficult to track that because we are super early on, but the goal is to eventually do more word of mouth and more organic posts.
Why not do digital marketing? Get more app installs once you find
Yeah.
you don't have the app yet. But
Yeah, so that's also the plan. I have a very tech background and I also have a day job at Google, so I'm trying to like balance this outside work. So I'm also looking for a co-founder who has a marketing background, so we can build this together.
What's your acquisition cost per user?
All of this were organic. We also tried, or I also tried running Facebook ads, believe like $50-ish, but that was I think just experimental. So we got like 5 or 10 users, but most of the other users were just organic posts on different platforms.
Do you have an idea on what the acquisition cost per user is for a product similar to yours?
I still haven't spent thought on that. That's a good question. I should check that out.
what about revenue model? I mean, in single dating,
Yeah.
I'm guessing people will pay for premium over time.
Yeah, so
It's the same behavior category.
So ideally a freemium model where you can do all the stuff here for free, but if you want premium features, and by premium features what I mean is when you're a couple, you're already busy with your work and kids, so we are going to look at meetups where we can organize meetups. One concern also people have is you meet in the platform, now you're off the platform, so churn. So one way of keeping you back in the platform is hosting meetups where you maybe pay $5 a month, but then we plan everything for you with other couples who are just like you. So yeah.
So what's the difference between your app and Meetup when you could actually do the same thing in a Meetup? Like you could
Yeah.
actually have a separate group which is going to span for a longer, a lot more people.
Yep.
So
Into the network.
Yeah, so I'm trying, let's see. So I did check a bunch of couple meetups. I think the issue there is if you are hosting a couple meetup, you pay meetup.com to host it. So there is that friction. The number of events that's hosted every month is usually 1 or 2. And if you look at the meetups itself, it's very vague. It's just like couple meetup. It does not say like what are your interests, what age range, what profession. So the people you meet there are like very different. So I did also chat with a bunch of people who went to these couple meetups, and most of them that I talked to had the same problem, that they haven't met anyone through the meetups that they would want to be friends with.
What are the other avenues? Like, are people trying to find similar hobbies, go to hobby classes, or let's say someone plays sports?
Or like what are the other different ways of doing this?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can go to just regular meetups like maybe rock climbing or gym or something, but those are mostly just you with another friend. Whereas when you become couples, you really need other couple friends, like more like double dates, or like when you have kids, you need other couples who also have kids. You had a question, sorry.
No, I was just going to add to what you were replying to the meetup thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I tried like myself, like with me and my wife.
Mhm.
We have gone to meetups, try to meet like new couples, but meetup is like it's a lot more formal. I felt,
Yeah.
and it's like not more one-on-one. So there was certain kind of discomfort. I don't know what it was, but we didn't feel like we want to try this path. We tried to meet organically, like through friends of friends, but
Yeah.
I think this idea is pretty good, especially
Yeah, you should.
For work from home environment.
Mhm.
Like people are not going to offices and they want to meet new people
Yeah.
around.
Thanks. Yeah, you should check out. It's called theduoapp.com. The app is called Duo. Yeah, hopefully you all find friends there and have a great time. Thank you.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
Like what challenges do you see going forward?
I think acquisition is a challenge. uh, because right now I'm just posting in a lot of different platforms. I need a better strategy than that. So as he mentioned, like maybe some SEO, maybe some digital marketing, all of those things. The other thing is churn. I think later on we have to find out when is the moment that people are actually leaving the platform, and are they leaving because they found someone or they didn't find the platform useful at all. And if they, so I also looked at how dating apps work, because dating apps also have similar problem. Yeah, we can discuss more one-on-one. I didn't want to take a lot of time.
No, go for it, man.
Okay. Yeah, I guess like how dating apps work is when you churn, you sometimes your relationship does not work, so you also again come back to the dating app. So that's one way. Second way is if you actually meet your life partner on the dating app, you would go and tell that to everyone. So that's like a very good word of mouth. Similar things here. You will leave the platform not when you have just one couple friend. You will have like at least 3 or 4 couple friends. So that's one. And second is when you meet all of your friends, you will go tell other friends like we met on this app. So that's similar.
I think
model.
like people will always want to meet new people, right? I
Yeah.
mean, it's not like dating where you get maybe married or something and you are off the platform.
Yeah, also more things changing, like you're moving different cities, big lifestyle change, like you have kids, and then there are also couples called empty nesters. So when your kids go to college, you have more time. Yeah, I think you have a question.
Would you consider a way to make the interaction, an option to make the interactions organic, as in, finding places where people can gather and then approaching the opposite gender more naturally, so that
Sorry, when you say gender, I didn't get that.
the opposite sex, this is dating app, right? So
No, this is for couples to find couple friends. Yeah.
Okay, scratch that question. The other question is,
Okay.
did you say there was a way to make it a doubles dating, as in?
No, we want to make this very safe for just finding friends. Yeah. Like I'm. You raised an important question. I think there were some platforms who tried to do this and then they started getting used because of other things. I think we want to keep this a very safe space for just finding friends, because there are also like parents and families, and we don't want that type of experience where you're going with your kids and then you find out something very weird. So I think content moderation is going to be very key for us.
All right, super. Thank you.
Thank you, Leo.
All right, anyone else who wants to go next? Just want to close all my tabs. Otherwise, I'll go. And it's B2B modeling software. So
I'm going to talk about the B2B as well, so it's going to be another boring topic.
Go for it, man. Go for it.
Who here is planning to present?
I can go to prompt 2 if you guys want to.
Just to chat about it.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have slides, but if you guys want to just listen to it. Yeah, so just go to prompt 2. So go easy on me, okay? I'm new to this. So, hey, my name is Jonathan, and I don't have slides, but I'm a first-time entrepreneur. I've been trying to do this for about a year now, just working from the garage and getting some startup ideas. First idea I was thinking about was my family is originally from Southeast Asia, from HCMC, and one of the things that I noticed about that part of the world is a lot of mopeds and motorcycles, and one of the things is one of the problem issues, is that there's a lot of air pollution, noise pollution, and as well as just general overall just maltreatment of the environment over there because of just buildup of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, whatever combination of those two. And so, I put 2 and 2 together. I noticed that, Elon Musk from this Tesla Motors company, he is focusing on the electric vehicles, and I know his patent is, if I remember correctly, it's a public thing. And so I've worked with power electronics and DC to DC converters before, not so much on the lithium-ion batteries, but putting 2 and 2 together. Electric motorcycles, hybrid motorcycles, something that I could work on. I've had my M1 license since 2015, and I didn't really think of the idea since last year. And I made a mock-up website, just a conceptual design. I purchased a couple books on electric and hybrid vehicles, more on the car side, and then how to build an electric motorcycle from the ground up. And definitely a lot of ground to cover because I just have a demo website. I have a gasoline motorcycle. I haven't actually built the MVP or minimum viable product yet. If you want, I can send you the link to, or I can load up the screen and you guys can take a glance at the screen. There's definitely there's actually a company called Zero Motorcycles that I had an opportunity to interview for. They're based in Scotts Valley. They've been around since 2006. I was thinking about working with them for at least a year or 2 or 3 or whatever amount of years it was. Just to get the experience. I met a mechanical engineer intern from there. And
You have HDMI?
I don't have HDMI.
Okay, that's fine.
USB-C. Yeah. So, this is just the mock-up website. So there's no MVP, not yet. I was thinking about trading in my gasoline motorcycle for an electric motorcycle just to see if I could do a teardown. And can you guys see that? Yeah. So it's just, these are just. This is a photo of a Zero motorcycle on in the red, and then a Vespa on the right. Probably some conceptual idea of at least 2 different models for the electric. One that looks like a Vespa, one that looks like more of a sports motorcycle, or even a cafe racer type style. And I actually renewed my M1 license in 2021, and it took a 2 to 3 day course. It's really fun. If you guys are interested, some of the community colleges around here, they host a 3-day course you can learn over the weekend and pick it up. So, and then you take the course. There's a writing test at the end, and then you get a score, and then anyway, but I was thinking that this could be one of the solutions for Southeast Asia, at least, because I think about Bangkok, I think about Taipei. I don't know what they drive in Beijing or that part of the world, but they could make use. Bangalore, New Delhi. I know they have these forms of transportation as well. So it's just a concept right now. So that's the excuse me. You can see all my desktop stuff. This is just the Splash front screen. I had a team that worked on a car project before, but they were busy with their day jobs, and I was thinking about getting a day job too. But this is so inspired by Zero Motorcycle and Vespa, and it's just me just being a jerk off, and no, I'm just kidding. Me trying to be confident and show that hey, it's me on a motorcycle. I'm doing fun stuff. You can be part of it too. Our team history, and it says there's no MVP, and then it would be hoping to see if it would be at least planning to see if it would be manufactured in the United States or offshores. I don't know. I have a question.
How are you pairing startup school with the timing of your MVP?
Startup school was it an 8-week program, or 8-week program? I could not multitask, but task switch. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I guess going forward, I think only startup school founders, should share their ideas. Jonathan, yeah. Startup school has like a very robust framework, how to approach these problems. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
I have a question. So
Yeah.
I hope I'm correct. So you're building a motorcycle?
I haven't built it just yet. One of the next steps I'm doing right now is to take my gasoline motorcycle and to trade it in for an electric one, do a tear down of that, or work for Zero Motorcycle, which is already an established company. And if it's I don't want to reinvent the wheel, right? If that's been done already, then just let them do their thing and then see if there's a way to popularize it in a different part of the world, and try to at least get people to be more conscious about the air pollution issue, because it's bad for people's lungs. And
very sorry, I'm still not clear on your value proposition. Are you saying you want to help people convert their gasoline motorcycles to electric? Are you saying you want to do marketing for the ones who promote electric? What is the exact product?
What is the exact product? It would be.
Because there somewhere was about licenses also, so I was a little bit confused.
I was just saying that I'm trying to popularize it and get people more interested in.
Or is it just awareness that you want more people to try using electric bikes and not gasoline? Is that your main product? Right? I didn't get it. So do I have to have a gasoline bike right now or not? Let's start with that.
Repeat that.
Do I have to have a gasoline bike right
No,
now?
you don't have to. You don't have to. No. Yeah, it would be you either, you get your M1 and then you go for an electric one or an electric one, gasoline or electric. Excuse me.
I just have a question. It's regarding the motorbikes itself, and I know every form of transportation is now slowly moving into electric.
It is. Is that the trend?
Yeah, it's slowly picking up that you have really.
Well, gasoline is the inflation, right?
So my question is that cars have reached a point of now where you could now start optimizing them for a cost-effective basis.
Cost-effective.
But bikes that have achieved motorcycles that have achieved it. So there's not many companies that have started that. There's not many things, but they're pretty costly.
Well, I saw a list of companies that do that. I saw that Zero was the most prominent one from this area.
I'm not saying no, it's not.
Yeah.
But I think I saw one.
Well, it's just one of the startup ideas.
So there's another company called Livewire, which they've already started shipping out sports bikes that are there, but they cost nearly as costly as a Toyota Corolla. So
I have one of those too. I drive a 2007 A to B car,
so if,
point A to point B
yeah,
car.
if
So
I'm gonna go for a bike, or even if you're gonna start shipping something like that, are you starting to go start building your own to see how you can cost effective, or are you just gonna take?
well,
I
don't have an answer to that. I don't have it at the moment. I can get back to you. Yeah. I mean, you we could talk one-on-one if you want about that.
1 more minute.
Yeah, sure.
1 more minute.
One more minute. Yeah. I mean, just an about us page that I don't forget.
Jonathan, I think you've got one more question.
No. Yeah. One more question.
What's the motivation to have this website?
I mean, it was motivation to have the website. It was, I mean, multiple aspects. I wanted to rebrand myself after a certain number of things about, social media and all
So
that.
just a comment, like
Yeah,
I've
sure.
seen a lot of negative words than the actual message, like not available on iOS yet. There is
Not
no
available on
there is
okay.
no MVP.
No MVP. Okay.
Like
That's good
like,
feedback. That's good
so-
feedback.
I'm
Yeah.
actually not clear what the website is supposed to tell.
And so
What was
it's
it?
like a very cumbersome, like a lot of tabs and all those things. Even if you want to do just a single page
Okay.
with a message, that's it.
Okay. So MVP, and then what was the other thing that you said?
Wherever is the negative word, just remove it first.
It says right, they're not available on iOS.
Yeah, it was. I mean, shouldn't. I mean, I could.
Coming soon.
I could move this. Coming soon. Yeah. I could move this.
Your homepage.
Yeah.
I'm not clear what. I'm supposed
Just
to
a
do.
message should be there.
Like, it says
Okay.
Atom Zoom, but I don't know what that means, to be honest. And I know you have a picture of
You know-
Vespa,
Also-
but-
The electric bike. Have you looked at Ola electric bike? So in
No.
India,
Ola?
they are like many companies are already starting the electric bike. So this is already in
Yeah.
the market.
Okay. All right. So I mean, maybe it's an idea that's been beaten to death already. So maybe move on to a different conceptual.
No, don't do that, man. I think you should quit.
What's that? Stick to it.
No, just like,
Keep chucking.
Yeah, keep
Keep
chucking.
throwing. Yeah. I mean, it's just one of many ideas. It was one of the foremost things in my mind because I was just thinking about the economic and transportational situation of my parents' homeland, and I was just I wanted to be
this is like an
problem
untapped
solved.
market itself, especially the motorbikes haven't been yet tapped because they do give you a good mileage.
Yeah,
When
I heard they were pricier than the gasoline bikes too. So
they are pricier
it
than the
is.
gasoline, but if
And the
you
battery life.
yeah, and the battery life. And it's very,
Yeah.
especially because it's a motorbike, you don't have to wait. A car makes sense, you can
Car
charge it
makes
for
sense.
hours, but a
Yeah.
motorbike's always a quick, you just sit and you go, especially
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Asian countries. But if
Yeah, well, a lot of those Southeast Asian countries, the infrastructure is more. I mean, the roads are a lot more narrow unless you flatten it and start over again.
so, I mean, if you could
Start
figure that
new
solution out,
new urban planning and.
All right, Jonathan, thank
Okay,
you.
all right, thank you guys. What's that?
That was tough, right?
Yeah, it was tough.
right
It was
on the
tough.
spot.
Yeah, I mean, but I've done presentations before. Just
All right, guys, let's start with school founders, right? Anybody, you just sign up,
Yeah.
You just sign up, yeah.
Is it,
Like
is it every
open.
8 weeks, or is it?
For the next program.
For the next program. When's the next start?
I think it's still open. I think so. You can sign up today, right now. So,
And then, okay, so I'll do my research.
yeah. All right. Who else wants to share their products?
We can go.
Yeah, go for it.
Any plan to present or
Do you have a website or like HP?
I have like some prototypes, like designs.
Is it
So
available online?
I don't know how I can pull this there, but let's see.
You also just show it around if it's too much of
Can I
is that?
AirPlay from my phone? Is
I
that possible?
don't think so. Is it like USB-C?
No.
Yeah. You can start, man.
Yeah. So, hey guys, my name is Rohan. I am a product designer, not an engineer. I've been in design for a while, like for last 10 years. I've worked for different companies. I'll just get to the idea that I'm working on. So a couple of years back, I was traveling to India to meet my family, and my father just gave me a call 2 days before the flight, and he was like, "Hey, can you bring a camera for I go on hikes and I want to just click pictures. Can you get a good one? And I'm like, I'm not a photographer. I just use my phone to, click pictures. So I was like, okay. And I'm like, when it comes to shopping, I'm just like too obsessed with the details. Like, what's the spec? What's the is it a long-term purchase? Like, what's the best price point and all that? So the things that we all do, okay. And I don't want to make a hasty purchase within 2 days, like a camera, which is an expensive thing, right? So I'm like just scrambling, trying to pack stuff, and also trying to research which camera to buy. And I was like, I know a couple of friends that are too much into photography, and I'm sure like they can suggest me something. But it's very hard for someone to like just ping after like 4 or 5 years and ask like, hey, can you recommend me a camera? So I was like, this thing constantly like bothers me, that it's very hard to find like what others use. All my friends, I mean, I know some ex-person he knows well about computers or like some electronics, or some guys like a photographer, some guys in music. So it's not very easy to just go there and ask like what instruments you use, what equipments you use. So that's why I thought like there is a challenge there that we can solve. I think it should be easier to just know what other people use, whichever product. So it should be like just simple like search, where I type in like camera, and it should show all the list of my friends what cameras they use. So that was the basic idea. And a lot of people try to like also ask for recommendations. I've noticed like now Instagram has added like a box for like asking for recommendations from their friends. I think like Instagram is not meant to do that, and there is no dedicated space where we could go in and like ask people about a product recommendation. And also the other way around, if you see, like I really like my phone case, or maybe like some small product that I don't market, like going on Instagram or Facebook, that hey, I love this product, you should buy it. It's like really awesome. So I think that there is like a like a gap I see, where people can share the products that they like, and there is like other side where people want to get recommendations. So I'm trying to like kind of close that gap and create a design. Right now we are just like prototyping. It was very hard to like build it myself. So one of my friend, he said like he can help me out with the basic prototype, and we could test it with some people. So right now we are doing that. Hopefully I can like show some designs so you guys can. So I was looking into like different apps like Snapchat or Instagram, Pinterest, to get some design inspiration, how people can like archive the products that they use. So going back to that camera example, I should be able to like search camera, and it should show all the cameras that my friends have posted on this platform. So for example, here some of my friends have these like posted these cameras that they use, and I should be able to click on them and like see those posts, and there might be like some conversations about how this camera is, and like I can ask questions to that person, like what do you think about this, and like maybe can you recommend me for current year or whatever. So that is like one of the flows. And then I could be able to like just go to a person's like page and like see if they've created some categories about like sunglasses or clothing accessories, maybe shoes, and posted like some shoes that they use, and maybe I could like gather some inspiration. And we all kind of follow some influencers like maybe MKBHD or someone like that who have some good insights about some products. I should be able to follow that person and know what kind of products that they use. Like for example, I just want to like get a phone case maybe, or like a speaker. It's very hard to like figure out like what they use, because it's not very easy to find. So
essentially you're trying to reinvent Instagram shopping.
Yeah, so the thing is like
Yeah.
I mean, I see like there are like different companies trying to get to that point. Like even Amazon has this influencer program that where people like write stuff about the products that they use, and like they get incentivized. Even like Instagram is trying to do something same. But when it comes to like Instagram, a lot of people will think like, okay, it's for like sharing your photos, videos, reels maybe, but not like you go there for products mainly. So
why would someone post, like why would people post what they are buying regularly, and secondly, let's say if the product is it's a cheap product, nobody's going to post that, right?
See, the thing is, I want to remove that taboo. Like we don't feel comfortable about like posting something which is cheap, or maybe someone will judge about me. 10 years back, 20 years back, people won't post their dancing videos online for the people to see. Okay, there used to be certain kind of uncomfort around it. I think even with the product, like even my like smallest thing, I could like post it there and like say this is like the bang for your buck. You should buy it all. Like don't spend like hundreds of dollars on this thing.
My basic question is, what will incentivize people to do it?
Yeah.
Because let's say Amazon reviews also, the intention is somewhere there. Whoever bought this, please see how they rated it throughout the years.
Yeah.
Not enough people post it. Some people do, but majority still will just proper rating, not write reviews around it.
Yeah.
Why will someone come to a separate platform just for it?
So the thing is, if I know like I have like 20 friends that follow me, and I want whatever I post will go to that 20 friends, then I'm more comfortable and I want to share something. So it has, in my personal case, like I have been like I enjoy like helping people to buy stuff. For example, like something from IKEA, some furniture, something else, and they use my recommendation because as I said earlier, I do like in-depth research about everything that I buy. So they trust my instincts and they buy that stuff, and they don't want to spend all that research work like doing all that. So
okay, so like cold start problem, right? You need like a social network. You need like a friends to be on this platform. Otherwise, they would know what kind of stuff you buy. I think it's a good idea actually. I think it might work. But you're just like, how are you gonna like onboard people in the very beginning? How are you gonna like onboard?
Get people on the platform.
Yeah.
It's a chicken egg problem, right?
Yeah.
Also a problem.
So that is like problem for every social media or any website out there. It's not. I don't have like any.
How are you gonna solve it?
Can I suggest a possible flip,
Yeah.
little different approach? So right now you're asking people to post. Couple of months back, I was exploring one idea where it was not for product, it was more for hiring. That what, people get wedding photographers done. Generally, you will trust who they got as the wedding photographer. They come ask for recommendations. One app I tried doing is for hiring. That through your connects, you can recommend who do odd jobs or where did you go, ask those recommendations. So everyone will not post, but when you are interested to do it, you sort of broadcast on the network, what, I'm looking for this, can you suggest? And you can incentivize people to respond. So here the inertia of them posting upfront is less, the amount of time required is less. They're mainly there to respond to you whenever you have a doubt. So little bit flip on the side. And you can expand that not just for products, but recommendation based hiring. You can carve out wishes there that, okay, I want to help people hire even full-time professionals in their network or for community or something like that. And extend that to
can I answer like the incentivize? So I mean, I've thought a lot about it. Like, why would someone post there, right? I mean, whenever I suggest some product to my friends, they buy it. I feel good about it, right? because like they use my recommendation, but I don't get any material like benefit out of it. So if you look at like a lot of influencer post links on their YouTube channel, so that people click on that link and like earn something out of it. And I was thinking like how can I club that, use that idea. So whenever someone posts a product, it automatically creates a link at the bottom, which on clicking like directs them to an Amazon link, Amazon page, and incentivizes them.
All right, last question.
Yeah. A follow-up though, like, I don't think that you have an advantage in that your content already sort of exists in the form of reviews, which means that you don't need every piece of network effects to start out, right? Like you can just start by scraping the product page off of Amazon, grabbing the first 3 reviews and showing it there and saying like, from Amazon. You'll still have content on the page. It won't be a wasteland of emptiness, right? And so like if you just bootstrap from like 3 different sources, all of a sudden everything by default has like content. You can like promote your own ones on the platform, but the point is that like it's not empty.
But then he's competing with any other content review site, like Tech Top 10, Digital.
Yeah. So the thing is like I want to like just focus on like my friends' network, like so that
it's more like a trusted review.
Yeah, but then you're going to get nothing for a while. My point is like in the meantime, right? If you search it for something, you can. It's kind of like hunting, right? We haven't found something for this specifically, but while we were there, we found this, and that way they're not totally like hung up to dry.
Yeah. I mean, in my mind, I would like sacrifice like, the rapid growth for like quality. I want to like maintain like, even if it's like a small number of members in the beginning, it needs to have like that kind of like quality that you would want to go there because it's worth it. So yeah.
Your main concern with that again is.
All right, guys. So let's give everyone a chance. Whoever wants to. Okay.
Last question about this is that you said your friends are.
Guys, can you maybe chat in person? Can you chat maybe like later?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Sorry for interrupting, but just trying to.
I got it.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else who wants to share their product? Otherwise, Luke. Oh, dude, sorry.
Yeah.
Go for it. Startup school founder, right?
Yep.
Okay.
There.
Try different port.
Wait.
Something.
All right, great. All right, so. So hello everyone, I'm Jack, and I am pitching my startup Nanoflick about video production. So the key idea driving this app is that people like video. This is not an obvious point. We like taking it, we like watching it, and we like just being around it. It has an infectious sort of experience that we've always felt. And there's something about videos that captivate us and entertain us. And it's a neurological fix that exists even when we're tiny. You don't see a lot of toddlers listening to podcasts. You see them watching really funny videos, right? But most of us don't make videos. And the question is, why? Why are there tons of videotapes like these, lost and unshared, of good stories of our time? Because most of us aren't good at it. It's a non-intuitive process. We take long, boring shots, and we leave out key moments. And even if we want to do something with that random footage that we have stored up on some hard drive somewhere, we have to contend with that. Editing is too hard. The software is too complex, and going through the footage is too time-consuming. It's tedious. So what it takes to tell a story in video today is 1 hour post-production for every minute. On average, for most YouTubers, that's how long it takes. It also takes talent. You have to know storytelling, and you have to know structure. Your beginning, your middle, and your end. Aristotle set those rules 2,000 years ago. They still hold true today. They're still that hard to hit. It takes technical skill. Like I said earlier, you have to know one of these tools. That's very hard. Most people don't. And you have to be able to plan each shot ahead of time so you result in a good story. And you have to have discipline and follow through on each shot. That is daunting. That's why most people don't do it. Now with NanoFlick, I'll tell you why after, but we take care of every single one of these issues. They basically don't exist anymore. The time, for example, goes down to 1 minute, worst case, less than 1 minute, generally speaking around 10 seconds or less, of post-production for every 1 minute of final footage. And again, I'm not talking about like single clips that you'd see on Snapchat, taken by your friends. I'm talking about actual stories in video. And so how do we do that? Like I said, I promised this whole thing, but how do I actually take care of every single one of those things in NanoFlick? And the way that we do is we notice that while storytelling is not intuitive, it's not fundamentally speaking that hard. Like Spielberg said, keep it short, keep it moving, give it a beginning, a middle, and an end, and that is all you need to tell a good story. And we do that through this mechanism called a template, where we have a library of hundreds of different stories, each with a list of shots and the length of each shot and instructions for how to shoot it. You are guided through each shot, what to shoot and how long to shoot it. We provide you structure, but we don't lock you in. You can always retake old shots, add new ones, or ignore the time limits. But the point is the structure is there to help you have discipline. But if you shoot what's needed for the right length, there's no editing. By the time you shot the last shot, you're done. Your story has structure, pace, and brevity, and it's ready to share before you leave the party. We've made sharing easy as well. It wasn't our goal, but we realized it fit our mission of simplifying the core user experience. We now have what we think is the best sharing engine anywhere, including Apple and Adobe. It's better than those two. Our business model is freemium. We have a watermark and an end slate. You can pay to remove them. Pretty straightforward. And we have a professional tier that gives you added perks too. Like instead of having a simple end slate, just completely removes it. We have some notes on marketing and how we can crack these markets, but basically what it boils down to is you target individual use cases instead of whole video, because whole video is way too broad, but if you say instead like you need something to take a good video of your outing to a fun startup school meetup, we can tell you exactly how to do that, and it's something that you need right now. So we use the templates to generate interest on different sites and on flyers because they offer value to anyone interested in making a video, regardless of how they do it. And they're also engineered for maximum SEO. We can go through a list of competitors, what features we have and stuff, but really the most important thing is the first row. We get you a finished video when people just don't take video anymore. No more structured stories, and we get you there. And we do have features, but that's the most important part. So we do that through our story templates mostly, and like I said earlier, the features that revolve around discipline and being able to share it anywhere in 2 taps. Because you don't need these big fancy products. Done is better than perfect. And that is about it. You can go on the website to see us, and if you email info@nanoflick.com, when we release in about a week, we'll give you the creator pack for free for 1 year.
It's a mobile app or
Mobile app, iOS.
you should have told us before we are recording today. We could
Oh, shoot. Yeah, that would have been a good idea. Mm-hmm.
Great job, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I think my only question is about the executive team. You mentioned we. Who is we?
Oh, yeah, my bad. So, actually, if you remember me showing this slide earlier, that's me, right? Because this was us watching the first flick that my dad used to make, but it took too long. And so, me and my brother, he does business development, I do engineering, and my dad is one of my co-founders that also does business development and some engineering. So, our team is 5 full-time right now, as well as 2 more part-time.
So this is currently out only on iOS. Is it coming out on Android anytime soon?
Yeah, so we have someone working on Android.
What's the biggest struggle there?
Okay, so Android does not actually have native video encode decode. It does have native video encode decode, but that's all you get. You only get like a raw pixel buffer. So if you want to do composition, you have to do that all by hand, whereas iOS has a nice SDK for it. So actually getting that written without blowing up like random phone memory because you're targeting so many different platforms is very challenging.
Can you just elaborate how this process works, cutting down just creating the videos? Instead of doing 60 minutes per 1 minute, you're saying 1 to 1.
Yeah, so if you think about the traditional timeline of video production, right? You shoot on your phone. Then later, you go onto your computer. You transfer the files over. You line them on a timeline. You trim them so that they're right amounts. You try and line them out with whatever sound or whatever music you have. And keep going, right? Until you have a nice polished thing after watching it a few times, right? And the big innovations that we have there is one, you have to do way less trimming because we tell you what to shoot and how long to shoot it. So you're not just gonna have a ton of clips that you're not gonna use. And the second big thing is we don't give you a timeline-based editor. We don't have a screenshot of this. We give you a list of shots and you reorder the list of shots. So instead of like realigning different tracks in Premiere, which is really hard, you just swipe the shot up to reorder, which is much easier.
Okay, quick question. Is it the first app that does this? So for example, every camera app has, like 2 lines. Basically the same idea, right? When you take a shot, there are like guidelines. Yes. And I feel like this is the same but for video.
Yeah, oh yeah, here it is. Right. So the thing about photos, right, is to your point, there's a lot of stuff like guidelines that let you take a good photo, right? And there's probably, I haven't looked at the photo market that much because that's not what we're targeting, but there's probably stuff that tells you like what to include in it, right? I would assume. But the key is video is a much more dynamic medium, right? And it's also much harder to get right.
So my question is the very first app that does this kind of like guiding?
We're the only one.
Do you have competitors?
Well, I can pull up the matrix from earlier, but short story, no. No one does stuff like template guidance.
What's scanning these my videos? Is it the same local? Is it going to the cloud and then getting scanned?
All locally.
So why would anyone want to do the template guidance? Like for the birthday party, it could be people, they could have their own order, own way, and this is just combine them. Why do you need a template?
You need a template. If we go back to the steps that I was talking about earlier about why video production is so hard, one of them is because you don't know the structure ahead of time, and one of them is because you need discipline to stick to the structure in order to get a good thing out. And we provide those two things, right? You know that you want to do a video birthday party, but you don't know specifically what that means, and that's where we help you out. And remember, you don't have to use our thing. You can just go onto our website to look at the template itself, if you want a guideline.
I want to use this now. I mean, my confession is I have never, and that's the issue, what you already mentioned there. You're speaking to me, man. I have never edited a video in my life. Well, that's a lie, but I don't edit anymore. I just 100% just put it out there. It is what it is. This is what you guys get. If you guys want to clip it out, you guys have permission to clip it out. And majority of it is like you have a good 5-minute presentation, then after that nobody really wants to see what's there after. So there's a lot of delay in between videos. So having this for me would be great, but it's unfortunate that for me right now, it's only on iOS, so I can't use it on my computer. I can't use it on my Android devices.
I'm sorry. Like it's so hard to get working. Like we're really working on it. But if you send us an email, info@amflect.com, we will still track you if you want.
I just did.
Thank you. But yeah, any other questions? I don't want to take up too much time. We good? All right. Thank you.
Who's the Turk in your team?
What?
Who's the Turk in your team?
Oh.
I saw there's a University of Maryland logo.
University of Maryland.
Oh, University of Maryland?
Yeah.
My dad went there. Okay. Thank you.
That was awesome. All right. Any other startup school founders want to present?
You are about to present.
No, it's fine. It's fine. All right, Luke, you want to go next? Okay.
Yeah.
So Luke is not a startup school founder, but he's working on pretty bad essay. Good essay.
Thanks.
Do you have HDMI?
No.
And that's fine. USB-C?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys have Wi-Fi? What's the Wi-Fi? I can say it's okay. You know what the Wi-Fi is? I was just gonna pull up the website because I don't have a slide prepared.
Yeah, there is a mic.
Okay.
Wi-Fi Hacker Dojo, free. Or you want to start in the meantime? You want to start talking about it?
Okay. Hello everyone. The project I'm working on is called Self-Innovation. This is basically a project from university. I've just graduated.
Okay.
And during my time at university, I really dove into personal transformation. I was in a very low place in high school, and I just spent these years not really focused on school, but focused on things like fitness, meditation, and yoga. And really this is coming from a place of I love personal development, and I want to help other people get into the space. So basically what I'm creating right now is going to be like an online cohort, like a program. I haven't decided if it's going to be a 3-month program or subscription based, but what I've created is basically, they're basically you can call them self-help tools. Basically 12 of the most powerful psychological techniques I've found in the past 12 years. I've just packaged into one package here. And actually, could I get a volunteer? Sure. Awesome. I want you to. Which of these looks most exciting to you? So we have let go technique, reaction mapper, 80-20 review, fear setting.
Fear setting.
Fear setting?
Fear setting.
Okay. So all I've used here is a form builder, but it works plenty fine just for the practice. So for the program, what I plan on doing is like running these kind of meetings online in a cohort and teaching people how to use these tools. So just for the sake of this will be a little just for fun. Let's go through this one together. What's the worst case scenario that could happen in your life?
Let's say tripping and falling.
Are you sure?
We can go a bit more.
Can we get something a little more? You don't have to be vulnerable, but
let's have no one like.
Yeah,
that's realistic. Right?
Yeah, we all kind of have that. Yeah. Whoops. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So one would go through here like that. If this fear was a monster lurking in the shadows, what would it look like?
What was the question? Probably something like a drawing. Something really black, something really like dark.
Okay.
Blob.
Ask the monster the following questions. What do you want from me? This is the black, dark, nobody liking me kind of monster. What does it want from you? I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Attention.
Yeah. So you'd ask the monster, why does this exist? Why does this monster exist? Why does this monster want attention? And I would say also thank you for being here, kind of being open to put on the spot. You have a lot of courage.
I mean, that's the primordial fear, right? We're like, tribal animals. And if like a tribe doesn't like you, it's rude.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like rationalization, right? It's not like I'm trying to ask this monster, why do I exist? It's just like, I use my knowledge, not my heart, to understand what the monster wants. How do you want your clients to operate?
So yeah, this is more of like heart-based. The intention is for this to be more heart-based. I mean, it's okay if it's like intellectual. The point is really just is not to have the perfect answers, but just by probing the mind with these questions, then when you go to bed tomorrow, next day, stuff will be shifting around. So let's say. And then you go like, are you strong enough to accept this fear? There's not a right answer, but these questions just probe the unconscious mind to expand. So then, kind of moving forward, you don't have to answer this, but I'll just answer this. What are some examples of how this fear used to cripple? How it used to cripple me? Let's say being insecure in social situations and being bad with girls. How is your life going to change now that you accept this monster? Well, complete abundance and strength, confidence. You get the point. So, if this actually happened, what would actually happen? If it actually happened, you could deal it by, I can't even type, sorry. Meditation. It was created to protect me from the following negative event. Let's say my brother bullying me. How does this fear hold me back? Makes me a bad leader, let's say. If I let this go, my life would look.
Did you write all these?
Most of these are just other things I found, but just shifted them for this format. Like I've been doing research over the past few years, collecting these and just adapting them a little bit. Yeah. I don't want to spend too long on this, but you basically get the point. This is called fear setting. And so that's just like one of the tools. And so the whole thing is basically, the other tools are very similar to this in terms of it's just probing the unconscious mind and getting through fears and obstacles internally. And so, yeah, that's basically the program. The program would be me, or if I were to start this with other people could be teaching as well through this curriculum. And what I've also built that after some feedback, people tell me the average Joe is trying to get into personal development, isn't really eager to use this platform called Notion. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are aware, but over the past few years I've been just building a really awesome life operating system that I was thinking to make it a part of this whole self-innovation thing, but again, I don't think it's good for the average Joe, but if any of you guys are interested in it, it's really awesome. It's like life management, knowledge management, and just task management. I'm not going to get into it, but it's also very much so like personal development, build your vision, get your values, learning plan, all that. But yeah, that's the project I've been working on. I just love to do this stuff.
Quick question: who's the target customer, target market?
So that's exactly what I need to figure out. Right now, I'm just doing this with friends in college, but I figure they're actually not the best target customer because they're not good at prioritizing their time well, and they don't really, this is more for people who are already interested in personal development and kind of want to take it to the next level. But yeah, right now I really just need to articulate who that is.
What's your name again?
Luke.
What's the link there?
To access the tools?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's selfinnovation.org/skillshop-unlocked. Yeah, if any of you guys want to use it.
Self-innovation.
selfinnovation.org/skillshop-unlocked.
Look, how much do you charge?
So what I'm
planning to charge.
So I'm gonna run the first program, and I'm probably gonna charge like $500 for a 3-month program, but probably bump it up later in the future. Hopefully, after like I get testimonials and whatnot. But yeah, that's just a rough estimate. But
I think I'd advise getting someone, renowned personality to work with you, just so that people know, okay, there's someone associated with it.
What was the first part of the sentence?
Like some well-known personality in this
Oh,
space
yeah.
to work with you, and then once people know, okay, then they
Yeah, kind of like influencer marketing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
1 or 2 influencers.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Thanks.
Or maybe work with some psychologist.
Yeah, I've had a few therapists and coaches before, so I'm interested in all that. Yeah.
Awesome stuff, Luke. Congratulations on your studies. What was your major, by the way?
Psych.
Are you doing the development as well?
You mean, do I use these tools?
Or you know the actual coding?
Oh, no. I just used Webflow, and then the form builder is Typeform, and yeah.
What's in the mastermind tab?
Oh, it's just kind of advertising the community aspect where the program will just have weekly meetings, and we'll go through the tools and like do some meditation as well, just because my big why for this is just the whole idea of raising your state of consciousness, because I think that's like the most important thing in life. We don't solve problems by being unconscious, and so I think meditation is a really important thing. So I also hope to incorporate that into this.
General question: have you done any retreats?
I've done a few, not that much. Yeah, like meditation yoga retreats. Yeah, I think that stuff's fun.
Can I get access to the Notion?
Yeah, I can send you. I can send you a link. Not right now.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, thank you guys so much.
Alright, can we make a photo? Like a photo with all of us in front of like startup school logos and thing? Yeah. Hey guys, can we all like take a photo, like group photo with all of us?
It's not usually something.
I really like this myself too.
music playing on the side or something.
DJ.
Yeah, I'll do it next time. We'll go like something.
Relax.
Yeah, just a few. I'm gonna ask you. Go first.
Keep enough to ask so much.
1, 2, 3. Oh, my phone's dirty. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, great.
Yeah, this.
Check. Super. Run, my friend, run.
Blockchain John, you want to join us? Hugo. No, blockchain dude. Come join us. And Hugo will take photos.
Excellent.
It's okay, we can take turns. Okay, so I'll access this one first. 1, 2, 3. This is an amazing camera. 1, 2, 3. And 1 more. 2 more. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 3. Hey, there you go, fellas. Good.
Thank you.
Selfies? Who's gonna do selfies?
Sure, yeah. Oh, yeah, perfect.
Oh man, my phone is so dirty.
Let's give this to Nanotech.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah, do whatever you want.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that was really good.
Okay, so I'll check out the website and start up.
Yeah, startupschool.org.
Okay, I believe I signed up once before, a couple months ago. Because the prompt was this what a video project was, or what your startup.
Got it. Yeah, you should sign up.
Okay. And how much does it cost?
Oh, I just want to play music outside.
Yeah. Okay.
It's so quiet.
Can I just get your email? Yeah, actively only working on it.
Alright, I don't know, should I, you guys want to join me? You guys want to join me?
Just saying,
Start chatting.
That's nice.
Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, look.
Good to meet you. Good to meet you. And you, sir. I didn't get to meet you. Good out? Yeah. Good. Nice to meet you. No, sorry. Oh, I take that as a compliment. Have a good one.